the Asian high once again. Okay, we are at a level of resistance, a level of high probable resistance with multiple respects of this level the past couple of days. And as of now, we have taken the Asian highs. Okay, so what am I expecting off of this level? I would prefer something of a sweep of the Asian highs and the New York highs before the proper move lower. That was what we got yesterday night, as well as we attempted the London highs at around 10 p.m. okay, before the proper move lower. Fundamentally, we are seeing that the Feds are very hawkish, with the expectations are leaning towards a support of the US dollar. We are now seeing probable long-term bearish movement, but this will all bearish movement on gold, but this will all be much more obvious once we get the interest rate predictions for the long term. Okay, if we are looking at 10-year treasury, we are here TNX. If we are looking at 10-year treasury, we are at a level of resistance. Yesterday we opened lower today, but I am expecting a long-term uptrend on 10-year treasury as well, as demand starts to build. Okay, but before we get deeper into the 15-minute analysis, let's quickly dive into a multi-time frame analysis so we understand the full trend of gold for today. So yesterday we closed bearish as well as expected. We properly closed below this daily low, failed to close below this daily low. Okay, from the previous day's low, made a strong move. This is now a 4-day move outside a multi-day consolidation. Okay, prices are respecting daily structure with a respect off of this daily fair value gap here. Price continues to push lower, and that is what we are expecting price to do. Okay, if we're looking at a fair value gap, a proper fair value gap right here on the daily is at this level. Will be our daily fair value gap. But let's ignore that for now and focus on higher levels as we approach today's trading. So looking at the 4-hour is nothing much of a range between previous day's high and previous day's low, marked out here. This has pretty much been previous day's range, previous day's movement. So the full range is pretty much previous day's movement. If we're looking at higher levels on the 4-hour, it will be this 4-hour fair value gap right here at the 5064 to 5069 level. This will be a level of 4-hour resistance, followed up with the 4-hour consolidation level here, the 5121 level. Will price re-enter this level? It will be difficult to say. It depends on the current escalation, but my bets are prices would not trade into this consolidation. Okay, that is what I am looking at. Price would rarely trade back into this consolidation. I would prefer to see price continue its bearish momentum out of this consolidation towards lower levels, which is supportive of fundamentals at the moment. Going further lower into the hourly time frame, the hourly fair value gap, as mentioned earlier, this will be a level of resistance for now. Either we break above or sweep the New York highs. This would depend on how the hourly closes. If the hourly closes above, then we would have invalidated the hourly fair value gap, and this is now no longer a level of resistance for us. Okay, moving down into the 50. So before I move down into the 15-minute time frame, I want everyone here to understand something very important. External movement. external movement of the hourly has gone back into bearishness. So bearish external movement on the hourly. If we are looking at lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, okay? Lower highs, lower lows. But if you can see here, prices created a higher high right here. This is a higher high on the previous day's high, created a higher low, higher than this low right here. And we are attempting to create another higher high. Okay, if we are to create another higher high, this is grounds of a possible reversal on the hourly time frame. Okay, and if we do create a higher high, possibilities of attacking the daily 4-hour gap is much more higher. Okay, much more probable of attempting the daily 4-hour fair value gap. We're basing this on trends, basing this on price action movement. Okay, we are starting to form higher lows and probably another higher high. We have already formed the initial higher high. We have already formed the initial higher low. Depending on how the hourly time frame closes, we would then look for possible bullish movement. Okay. Going into the 15-minute time frame is where everything aligns much better. Okay, external high right here on the NYAM, external low right here. Okay, internally we are in an uptrend as well. We are in a consolidation. Don't get me wrong, we are in a consolidation movement, but if we are breaking down price action, we are in an internal uptrend right now, attempting to make a higher high. Okay, now there's two ways around this. If we were to break a higher high, forming the NY high, taking out the NY high, possibly entering the 15-minute OB. This is why I marked this out. Right here is the 15-minute OB, a level of possible reversals. Okay, if price gives us such a move, we are possibly in the market to take a counter trend trade. Okay, if the lower time frame does give us reversal patterns, we might take some counter trend trades, taking sells in towards where? In towards fair value gaps, resting here. Okay, resting below right here. Now these would be our targets either. Okay, there's three levels where price might form this kind of reversal, either at the OB, either at the New York high, or either at the Asian high, which we are attempting right now. It all depends on how volume moves, how volume enters the market. Okay, if we want a reversal now, we might take some aggressive sells. If reversal happens at the New York high, we might take some sells. If reversal happens at the OP, we might take some sells. Okay, as of now, there's not much room for a buy at the moment. Okay, because we are at a level of resistance, we are looking for sells. Okay, but if price so chooses to push lower off of this level, we would then target ourselves in towards the fair value gap. If we get continuation into this fair value gap right here, and if we still get bearish continuation, we might target the Asian lows. Okay, this is if we have strong bearish movement similar to what we saw during NY, similar to what we saw during London, the past two sessions. This was London's move, this was NY's move. And if we are respecting the ranging nature of price at the moment, the ranging conditions of price at the moment, we are now at the level of the top range of the top levels of the range. We would then look for sells in towards displacement, in towards fair value gap, in towards fair value gap, in towards Asian low. Okay, so that is the play at the moment. We're not discounting the fact that price might continue buys, because internal movement is buy, is a bullish movement. We're not discounting the fact that we might take some buys at this level. We are just anticipating that this is a level that price might want to bounce off of. And if we do get the confirmation, and if we do get the bullish volume coming in, we might take some buys and target higher levels. Target where? Target the OB and target the 4-hour fair value gap. forming a new range before proper long-term fundamentals would push price lower, because our catalyst, our upcoming catalyst, is still 2 days away. Early Thursday, okay, early Thursday morning is our FOMC, is our interest rate decisions. So with proper volume coming in, taking us out of the range, it will come on Thursday. Okay, so with that in mind, we would then have to trade inside the range, trade inside this sort of movement, expecting more of a ranging movement instead of a bearish movement like this. Okay, so once that passes, and if it supports a bearish move in the short term, we then expect bearish movement such as Friday's NY session. Okay, so with that, I hope all of us have a very, very profitable day ahead. As of now, this is the plan. If we get bullish movements, we would then target the daily levels. If we get bearish movement, we would then target the Asian low and the roadblocks in between. Okay? I'll see everybody inside the free channel and also team market makers very, very shortly. With that, I hope all of you have a very, very profitable day ahead. Take care.